What's good, y'all? It's your girl Lezhae, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I don't do the foreplay, get straight to the point like a freak bae. I ain't really what the he say, she say. I be getting to a bag on a weekday, like yeah.
Alright, we got Lezhae off the porch with us today.
Hey.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
For sure. It's a pleasure to have you here on the porch with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem. So how you feeling in Atlanta? What's going on? What's the vibe?
I'm feeling good, but you want to know something? I'm like in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got way more going on in Miami. That's why I'm shooting back that way.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's been good. I've been chilling, just enjoying the weather, getting my work done, doing what I came here to do.
Real spill.
You know, yeah.
What's going on out there in Miami?
Well, I just performed at a spot called Hookaholics. They have something called Magic Mondays where they do a watch party, and I was able to perform, and the energy was crazy. Like, it was great. I mean, like, it was crazy. I never got that much love at once, like, off my music. It was a real dope vibe. So I was basically networking with the people that I met there. I had some interviews lined up. I have another performance there on Saturday. That's why I'm shooting back there, and another one on Sunday. Now I'm going home officially on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
But it's safe to say they fucked with you out there in Miami.
Yeah, like I'm ready. Yeah, it's crazy. The love there is crazy.
That's real.
Mm-hmm.
So where is home? Because I know, you stayed out in Macon, which you know what I'm saying, out here in Georgia. But then
Right.
you also stayed in Jersey.
Right. Yeah, that's home to me. Jersey.
That's home?
Yeah, that's home.
Passaic, right?
Passaic, yeah.
Passaic. I still say it right.
Passaic. We gonna get you there.
Passaic.
When we bring you out,
Yeah.
we gonna get you right.
Say no more. So what's there to do out there in Passaic?
Try to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing you could do out there in Passaic. Try to stay out of fucking trouble.
How would you describe the culture and the way of life out there?
Fast. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fast. People driving fast. People growing up fast. Everything happened fast. Like, everything is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody either in the middle of a hustle or trying to get to a hustle, or, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is. Like, single moms, I know my friends from out there getting to a bag working, some other friends I know in the streets. You know, everybody just honestly trying to make it. That's what it feels like over there, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to be right, trying to get right.
How would you describe your upbringing out there?
It was a little rough, but it was all right though, you know what I'm saying? I had family that loved me, a roof over my head, so, you know, in that type of situation, you can't really ask for much, you know what I'm saying? I was always like protected, you feel me? Loved. I had an all right upbringing. Like, it was the environment. It wasn't so much. I mean, I can't even say that, because in my home it was bullshit. But like, my grandmother loved me. You know what I'm saying? And that was all that mattered to me growing up.
Yeah.
It was just me and her. So I had an all right upbringing. For the most part, till I got to when I got a teenager, we started bumping heads and shit.
Who, you on ground?
Yeah, you know.
Because you wanted to see what outside was talking about.
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It came to a point where she just was like, listen, you know, she's gonna do what she's gonna do. And thank God, you know, I learned a lot quickly, got my shit together, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, it was a decent upbringing. I learned a lot. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, because I feel like if it wasn't for the shit that I've been through, shit that I saw, I wouldn't be as smart and wise as I am today. So I fuck with my upbringing.
Yeah, them experiences taught real lessons.
Nah, for real, yeah.
For sure. So when would you say you decided to jump off the porch and go see what outside was talking about?
You wanna be realistic?
Yeah.
I was living in Miami.
Word?
I was mad young. I was like 10, 11 years old. And I started like skipping school and like wanted to hang out. I had a friend that had an older brother that was in a gang, so we used to like just run around with them everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing what was going on. And then my grandmother like, we not doing this. That's how I ended up staying in Macon. And I stayed in Macon for like 2.5 years with my auntie. And then I ended up moving back to Georgia, but them 2 years or so that I was staying in Macon, I was all right. Like, I wasn't outside. Like, I was in school, I was going to church and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I moved back to Jersey, I was maybe like 14-ish. I was outside. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was outside. And all the way, honestly, it didn't last that long. One time I had my daughter, I chilled out. My daughter when I was 17. So I started chilling then, I was still outside, but I was more smart with the way I was moving and the things that I, did. And then eventually that even wore off, and I just was like, ain't nothing out there. I didn't feel like I done did and seen everything. If I ain't did it, I seen somebody do it. Like, it's not really, it's always gonna be there. I gotta get my shit together. So, yeah, that was that for me. That was my outside.
So is it safe to say that motherhood helped push you, to turn a new leaf, and realize it's more to live for, it's more to life?
For sure, because I was like reckless as hell before I had a kid, like reckless, like get into it with anybody, anywhere, like doing all type of shit, just outside. Like, I never was a hoe outside like that, but just like, trying to find new ways to get money, trying to, and hanging out all night. Or maybe I'm not doing nothing, but I'm hanging out with a whole bunch of people that's doing a whole bunch of illegal shit. Just putting myself in not so smart situations that when I had kids, it made me reevaluate like what I want for my life. If I'll keep going down that road, where that leave my kids? I didn't really have parents growing up, so I just knew I always wanted to be there for my kids, that was number one to me. That's priority to me. So when I did have them, it just hit different. I'm like, I gotta, figure it out,
That's real shit.
Yeah, but it was. I love being a mom. Like, real eye-opening experience. I feel like, I don't want to say, because everybody biologically can't have kids. So I don't want to say, if you can't have kids, you will never experience this. But I feel like becoming a parent, for most people, it's like, it awakens a different sense in you. Like, it's hard to explain, but you want more. You get hungry just to conquer, just to do it all, just to be that, just to put on that cape and like save it, whatever it is.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So when would you say you sat back and laid out the blueprint on how this what we finna do? We finna push this music narrative. We finna push the dream.
Recently, actually, like, I've been rapping, but I wasn't really taking it serious because I felt like this can't happen for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as time went on and I started really seeing, like, getting in tune with myself as an artist and getting more comfortable as a rapper, I'm like, yeah, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want, So my blueprint, really going hard, taking it serious, and really believing myself, came about, like, I want to say, like, the beginning of this year, probably, like around May-ish, April, May, like around that time.
What exactly was it, that lit that fire?
I used to do music before, I didn't really have nothing to fall back on. I just was like bartending, getting bread like that. But I'm like, I want something solidified. So I went back to school and I finished my nursing degree, and then I always had it in my mind, like, I really want to go serious with my music when I finish with my school shit. But it was always a back and forth thing, because I honestly, just being real, I don't like people. And like, I don't like sharing myself with people, because I feel like misunderstood a lot. I feel like people don't get me. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to be fake. So I just rather stay away.
Yeah.
And this not the industry to be in if you want to stay away.
You gotta be a people person.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like, I'm a people person, but it gotta switch. Like, I'm on and off. Like sometimes I'm in my vibe when I just want to be.
You don't want to be bothered all the time.
I feel like that's normal, though. I feel like that's everybody. So I was going back and forth with that concept for a while. And then it was like really around that time when I finished school in April. So it was around that time I was like, man, fuck this. I just gotta really go serious with this music shit, because honestly, just being real, I'm looking at the bitches that's rapping and I'm like, is not it. Like, not that it's not it, but I know that I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? So why? I'm gonna sit at home and sit on my talent. Fuck that. That's when I was like, man, when I'm finished with school, I'm gonna take it serious. And even up until the point that I actually finished and started taking it serious, I was kind of questioning it. But it's like something just felt right this time. Like when I started writing music again and taking it serious, because I never really stopped. But I was like in and out. Like I'll write a song, go to the studio once or twice a week, then not go back for like 3 months, you know. But this time, like around that time, April, May, when I started writing, something felt different. When I go in the booth and record, it felt different. Like, I can't explain it, but it's like somewhere, and I don't even know where, I switched gears in my artistry, and I feel way more comfortable now. Like now I'm on cruise control. I feel like I don't gotta do too much.
Yeah.
Just be myself and just do what I love to do, which is make music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite subject matter to speak on when you in the booth?
Honestly, I just be vibing. Like I can't even say that I have a favorite subject matter because none of my music is like heavily substantial as of right now. Most of it is like just music to have fun with. Like the bars is there and it's different flavors. Like I got some things that's like girls gonna fuck with. It's like, you know, fuck these niggas, fly shit, you know. Then I got some shit that niggas can fuck with, like have a nigga bop and then bumping the shit in his car by himself, you know. So I be switching back and forth, but as far as like subjects, I don't really get too hung up on that. I like to have fun with it. Like I know a lot of people use music to express themselves and really put their real problems out. I use it to express myself as an escape. I don't want to talk about my fucking problems with my music all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta talk about my problems when I'm not here doing music. So fuck that problem shit. I like to leave that, you know, outdoors and just focus on what's gonna make me feel good right now, what feels right to me right now. If a beat is playing and I'm like, I wanna talk about a car, or I wanna talk about a watch, or I just wanna pop my shit in general. That's the route I go, you know? Yeah, it's like that for me.
That's real shit. Who would you say inspired you musically?
So many. You wouldn't even believe it. My ear for music is like crazy. Like I can't just say one person, because like I feel like I done got a little bit of something from almost every genre, like from gospel music to rock and roll to hip hop to R&B to classical music to the blues to jazz music. Like I love music, you know, and I feel like I took a little bit of something from everything. But like as far as inspire me to really want to think that I could be famous and rap and like do something like female in the female position, I swear. I remember when I was a little girl, right? I was a little girl and I was watching the BET Awards. I think it was the BET Awards. I don't know what awards it was some awards. And Lil Kim came out and on the red carpet, and she had on this like purple seashell and like this purple one piece.
Oh, the VMAs, yeah.
Yeah, and like I just remember thinking like, that is so fucking fly. Like I want to be on TV like that when I get older. Like I loved it. I loved everything. It mesmerized me. Like as a grown woman now with kids and everything, looking back, I can still remember watching my TV in my auntie room in the projects. I remember how I felt when I seen her on the TV. Like, I felt like that's what I want to do. It wasn't even necessarily rapping that I was saying. I just knew I wanted to be fly.
You want to have a presence like that.
I wanted that presence. Yeah, like that's what I wanted. And for me, growing up, like when I was younger, around that age, I used to always want to say like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a singer. My brother used to be like, you can't even sing. Like, no, you're not. So I always knew I wanted to do something. Then as I started getting older, like towards my teen years, that type of life just seemed so far away. Like that shit would never happen, you know? So gave up that whole one day I'll be famous idea and just went, I was doing my own thing. Then like, you know, spinning back to it, around the time that I had my kids, I started like growing a fan base and stuff, and then even then it still felt unrealistic. But like I'm at a point now where I can embrace it. I'm like, it's not that far-fetched as it seems, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta work.
Real spill.
Yeah, but like inspirational wise, like definitely I would say like Lil Kim. Like that's what made me want to be and feel like I can be famous with that same like dominant but feminine energy and just killing shit, but still so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, that
That's
was
hard.
the first one.
When would you say you started to notice that your hard work was paying off and that it's not only paying off, but your dream is possible?
That was recent too. Honestly, it was when I got thrown on the Joe Budden Podcast. When he threw my music up there, like, I wasn't expecting that. I always say, like, I didn't pay for that. I didn't schedule that. I didn't talk about that. Nobody arranged that. I just woke up and everybody was like, oh my God, they playing music on Joe Budden Podcast. And just the night before that, I was thinking about just packing it up with the whole rap shit. And like, I prayed on it and stuff. And then like the next morning that happened, like, that just don't happen for people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I gotta keep it going, because if these little things are happening, like this could happen for me. This is not, like every rapper that's trying to up and come up, they don't just get played on one of the top listened to podcasts for no reason, you know? Especially when they ain't send this shit in or ask for this shit to happen. It just happened. Like, that was it for me. I was like, oh nah, I can't get this up. I gotta keep going. Like, these niggas saying I'm fire, these is grown men and they don't even know me. They saying that, they just off the music saying that this shit is hard. Like, nah, I gotta keep going. Cause like I said, even around that April, May-ish, when I got serious with it, I was serious with it, but I still didn't feel like it's even now to this very second, you know, it's still that little voice like, you know, the shit might not happen, like that's in the back of my head still. But when I got played on the Joe Budden Podcast, it definitely showed me that, all right, this shit is not happening for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is for something. People were seeing it. I feel like nobody's seeing it. I feel like it ain't getting no motion, but clearly it is. So I need to just keep going. That was the first moment that I realized, like, all right, I can't give up again this time. So, yeah.
That's real spill. Now let me ask you a serious question, because due to who your baby father is, do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, shit was just getting handed to you? Like you just said, like you woke up one day, Joe Budden playing your music on this podcast and shit, and you didn't have it planned or nothing. That was just granted for you because your work, right?
Right.
So how often do you know what I'm saying, do you get those, oh, that's Fetty baby mama types? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that, if anything, I think it kind of hinders me a little bit. I don't feel like it helps me, because people don't like I guess respect you as an artist off the rip when you got somebody like that as your kid's father, especially that I started rapping after him, you know? And it just kind of looks like another rapper's baby mama just trying to rap and trying to make something out of all her following. But that's not what I'm doing. I tried to do music. I fell in love with it. I write my own music. It's really good. I love it. I love doing it. And it's like something that I'm chasing for me. You know, this ain't no Instagram model trying to make something out of nothing. Like, I really, really love doing music. And with him being my kid's dad, I just feel like it's kind of hard for people to separate the two. Like, that Fetty Wap baby mama shit is annoying, you know? I like when people just be like, Lezhae, because that's who I am, you know? And yeah, just in a nutshell, I don't think it makes it easier. Like, people hand shit to me because of that. I feel like it make it harder because people be looking at me like, this girl, you know? But until they hear the music and then they see the vibes and they be like, then they be fucking with it, you know? So I always feel like because of that, I gotta go that extra step to prove myself as an artist. I feel that. Yeah, so opposite way around.
I feel that. And being that is your kid's father, how is it that this situation is affecting not only the kids, but you as well?
Oh, his situation right now? Yeah, it's difficult, you know, it's difficult, and it's on my kids. My son, he's smaller, so he knows that the situation, but he don't really know like the severity. He don't know like that he's probably not gonna see his dad like really, really spend time with him for a long time. He don't know that. I don't think he could process it. My daughter, on the other hand, she's old enough, and she was honestly real down about it, you know, of course. So that, you know, regardless, I know what it feels like because my dad was incarcerated my whole childhood basically. And like, I try to explain to her, like, at least you got to spend time with him and you will spend time with him again, you know? So she understands it, and she also has a friend, she has 2 little friends that she plays with, and one of the little girls doesn't know her father, like, at all. Never met him, never seen him, don't even know his name. And the other little girl, her father passed away in a car crash like 2 years ago. So when my daughter's very smart, she like kind of compared her situation to her 2 friends and was like, you know, I don't really have it that bad. You know, at least I can still talk to my dad and I will see him again. And so it's not as bad. You know, it's something that we just gotta accept and, you know, push forward. And I have to kind of, you know, put my big girl pants on.
I was gonna ask, you gotta turn to supermom.
Yeah, cause like I don't have that like, hey, you know, I need you to come get them for the weekend, or hey, I need this. I don't have it at all. Like, even though sometimes I felt like I didn't have it then, but you don't really know until you really don't have it at all. You know what I'm saying? Then you be like, all right. It do make you like low key appreciate certain shit. Like I think 2 days, not 2 days, like 2 weeks after that situation happened, my daughter got a bad rash, like all over her body though, from being in the pool too long, but it looked like the monkeypox, I promise you. I was Googling it, and I'm a licensed nurse. I was Googling it, the monkeypox, I was looking at the pictures, I was looking at my daughter, I was like, this shit was all over her body, on her back, everywhere. So I was sending it to my group chat with all my friends I graduated with. They like, damn sis, it do kind of look like it. So I was like panicking, cause you know, not too much is known about the monkeypox. If you get that shit, they kind of don't know what to tell you. You on your own damn near. They tell you to call the CDC. So I was panicking with that, and I was like, that was the first time that I was like, damn, I don't have nobody to really relate to this panic, cause I can't even like tell her dad what's going on, you know? And that was the first time I noticed like, all right, it's gonna be a little bit different now that things are that way. But overall though, it's pushing through and it's gonna be all right.
So how inspirational would you say it is for you as a mother to be not only just the mom that's rapping, but now you the superhero mom that's rapping, that's gonna come home, you know what I'm saying, and just make sure the house is straight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels good knowing that I feel confident in my position right now. I'm not in shambles. I don't feel scattered. I don't feel scared. I feel confident in everything that I'm doing, you know, regardless of anything going on. I feel good.
Right.
So I find a lot of comfort in that. Like, I must be doing something right because I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm doing good. My kids is doing good. You know, everything is going well for me. And sometimes, you know, God just got funny ways. That's that.
Mom said she pushing P for purpose.
Yeah, for real.
I know that's right. What's the main thing you would say you want from your music career?
The main thing I want from my music career, to be real with you, I want to be able to inspire people and change the world on a different level. Like, I know it's not going to happen overnight, but I want to be one of the ones to come to the forefront and bring that conversation to the table where the money at. You know, like what we doing.
Right.
I wanna open up jails and shit. You know, I want to open up schools. I want to do real shit. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of my music career. Like, I hope to be able to take it so far that I could, you know, start to make that change that I want to see in the world. Because, like, I was talking about this in one of my other interviews, like, I feel it's honestly sad how, like, misinformed and miseducated people in the hood are, you know what I'm saying? And it don't gotta be that way. The gap is not that big. They try to make it seem like it's that big because they don't want us to know. But it's really not that big. Like, it's gonna take a lot, but it is not impossible, you know, to really put the knowledge and the information in the school systems that kids in the hood need to know to really be well off in life. You know, to put the knowledge and the information into prison systems to where we could see a crazy reduction in the amount of people coming back to prison, you know? Like, the way they doing it now, it ain't it. So, like, I got too many friends, too many family members that been in and out of jail. And it's just a vicious cycle, you know what I'm saying? They don't learn nothing, they don't do no healing, no real growing. It's up to them if they choose to grow while they in there. And most people ain't got the emotional maturity to be like, let me take this time to really grow.
Right.
And even when they do, once they get back into society, they didn't grow like it with professional help. So they kind of like begin to revert back to their old ways as soon as they come home. Like, it'll start off with just one cigarette. Now you know they back smoking cigarettes. Now they take a couple pulls off a blunt. Now you know they back smoking weed. Now they back popping pills. Now they back on the block trapping. Now they back in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if it was a real live system in the prisons, it'd be different. A lot of shit would be different. Like prisons and schools, that's what I want to focus on. That's what I want on my music. I want to be able to make a change in those two aspects because I feel like starting there is going to radiate to, honestly, a better world, a better society, period. Yeah, that's what I want.
That's a real spill. Any last words and shout outs?
I really want everybody to go peep my new song, Fly Shit Only. I just dropped it, well, not just, but YouTube in July. The numbers are slowly but surely going up. Every time I check it, a little 50, 60 more views. So feel good about that. Make sure I go check that out. And, oh yeah, my song Freak Bae dropping on September 17th. Make sure y'all follow me. Check that out too.
Dang. Lezhae, we appreciate having you today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It was a dope vibe.
I don't do the foreplay, get straight to the point like a freak bae. I ain't really what the he say, she say. I be getting to a bag on a weekday, like yeah. I be getting to a bag, you be